So in a world where there's just so much criticism and so much negativity, I want to spend a little bit of time today to talk about who inspires you. And we'll talk about that by me sharing who inspires me. So let's discuss. Hey there, it's Rev Kev here, and I am so glad that you are here joining me on my YouTube channel. It's great to have you here as part of the community. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell. Give the video a like if you like the topic, and you know what, if you disagree with me and you don't like it, you can give it a thumb down as well too. And even more important to me is I love when you comment on the videos because I love having dialogue with each and every one of you on this platform here. I've been on a journey this year, and if you've been following me here on my channel, I've given some updates on this from time to time. I'm a big New Year's resolution kind of guy, so in January of 2020, I made a bunch of resolutions, like 2020 was going to be my year, and I'm going to improve so many different areas of my life, and that was, of course, before this whole virus, lockdown, pandemic thing kicked in, right? But I had three key areas that I wanted to grow in this year. I wanted to grow in my physical well-being, I wanted to grow in my mental well-being, and I wanted to grow in my spiritual well-being. And I have found the best way to grow in any area of your life is to find someone who inspires you in that area. Maybe you have found the same in your life in an area that you want to improve, that you have someone that inspired you to improve or to grow. So I'm just going to share one name. Like I could have pulled from dozens and dozens of names of people who over the time have inspired me on these issues and these areas, but I'm just going to kind of highlight three today. I'm going to put links to their resources in the description below. And if this is helpful for you, and then use it, and I pray that it's a blessing to you today. So in the area of physical health, this was really big for me, especially going into this virus lockdown. Working from home every day, it would have been very easy for me to sit on a couch 24 hours a day, eat a lot of junk food, because I can be very lazy by nature and very sloth-like by nature if I'm not careful. And so I was really inspired by the story of Diamond Dallas Page, the former WWE Hall of Fame pro wrestler, and just with the program that he put together to see people recover from physical ailments, from back injuries, from knee and hip and joint pain. I have struggled with back pain for most of my adult life. It has gone from days where it's an 8 and it's just so incredibly painful to other days where it's just a constant 3 every day, constant pain, always being reminded of that pain right there between my shoulder blades. And so I started this program now 23 weeks ago. I'm at the end of week 23. And for me, this program has been life-changing. The pain in my back is gone. The I'm not gone. It's still kind of there, but like it's most days I don't even notice it. The flexibility and just his positivity. It's, it's contagious. And I quote him all the time, if you say you can or you say you can't, you're right. And I'm finding myself picking up some of his mannerisms from watching his videos a couple of times a day, 6 days a week. But his story of transformation and his care for people to see them overcome their physical limitations has been really inspiring to me, so much so that I actually want to work on next year getting my certification and see maybe if I can help other people in this area as well, because I'm seeing the benefit of getting rid of the back pain in my own life. And so, the Diamond Dallas Page, a DDP yoga workout has been amazing for me, and that has been a huge, huge inspiration for me over this past season. In the area of mental, I have shared before, some of the struggles that I've had with mental health, with generalized anxiety disorder, and just kind of a general sense of fear and some mild depression. And, and in this season of this virus, it has been a little bit all up and down the map. But I just stumbled on some teaching recently, and I don't know if it was new or if it came out a while ago, but Pastor Groeschel down in Oklahoma City from life.church, life.church, he does a leadership podcast. And in one of the podcasts that I just kind of went through recently, he talked about so often we focus on what we do, right? If I only do this and do this and do this and do this. And a lot of times we fall short because it becomes a to-do list and it doesn't become a part of who we actually are. And so he challenged leaders, and that was a real shift in my own thinking. And so that's why it's in this mental improvement category. Is I have to stop thinking so much about what I do and improving what I do, but it's this idea of who am I? Like, who has God uniquely created me to be? What are my gifts? What are my talents? What are my passions? What are the things I love? Who are the people that I connect with? And live out of that, live out of who I am, and work on who I am, and that will have a direct impact on what I do, right? Does that make sense? It really connected with me. It was like this light bulb just kind of went off in my brain. And the last few weeks, I've really been kind of focusing on this. It's not so much what I do. It's not that I attacked my to-do list. It's I want to be a man of integrity. I want to be a man whose word means something. I want to be someone, when I say yes, I mean yes. And when I say no, I mean no. I want to be known as someone who is trustworthy. So it's not about what I do. It's about my character. It's about who I am. But a lot of that starts up here in my mental space. So Craig Groeschel's teaching on that was incredibly, incredibly helpful. And then finally, in the air of spiritual, this guy is probably going to totally disagree with me on this one, but I put his name on here because this guy has really inspired me in the area of caring for the poor. And this is Jay from the Drunk 3PO channel. We put a link in the description for his channel. This is a Star Wars geek down in Florida. He's into theme parks and visiting all the theme parks and vlogging about that, but he uses his platform to raise money and support to care for poor children all over the world. And when I first learned about what he does, that really challenged me personally. I mean, I believe in missions work, I believe in caring for the poor, and I promote that in my church all the time. But then as I really unpacked that personally, I wasn't personally involved. I was indirectly through the church, but I wasn't personally involved. And so that really inspired me. And as he gives updates, even in this virus season right now where he can't travel and he's still connected with all these kids, his story just so speaks to my heart. And the way he loves these kids and the way he speaks about these kids and cares for them, it just really touches me in my spirit to encourage me to reach out more and to love on the least of these, love on these kids, love on the poor, love on the widow, love on the orphan, the way we're called to in Scripture. So as I've been praying more about that, I went on a couple of missions trips last year, and I hate flying, I hate travel, I hate foreign food, I hate everything about traveling. But going to Peru and going to Lebanon last year were life-changing for me, and I was so looking forward to going on more trips again this year, just to love on people and just bring the love of Jesus to people. Hopefully that will start up again. But again, Jay's stories, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, bud, but man, you inspire me. You really do, and that helps me to grow spiritually. So what about you? Who inspires you in whatever area of your life that you want to grow? I would encourage you to find a name. And you know what? And if you have the opportunity to thank that person and let that person know how much they are an inspiration to you, I'm sure that would mean the world to them. So until the next video, this is Rev Kev here. Again, thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos and being a part of my community here. It really means the world to me. And until the next video, God bless you, and we'll talk to you later.